All right, so what we have today, the assignment is open, and you're going to be working on that today. Just to get everybody kind of started, let's do a problem from the assignment together. Let's do a problem from the assignment together. It's going to be number 1. What?
I already did that one.
That one's easy. Do number 3. Do like 4.
Yeah, do one that's actually challenging. Come on.
Well, the challenge is supposed to be for y'all. Like, I'm not challenging myself. I can do all the problems on the assignment. Let's take a look at it, and I'll probably just go ahead and do number 1 because, yeah.
You're pranking. 4. You're yanking my.
What's?
That one's easy.
Huh? So you want me to do number 3?
No, that one's easy. Number 4.
Well, listen. Like, if I just have to find one that nobody says is easy, we're not gonna do any problems.
Number 4.
Number 4.
See, you're number 3.
Yeah, but I don't want to do number 4 for you. I want to do number 1. Because number 1 has a lot of work to do. Just because you can guess your way through number 1 and get the correct answer doesn't mean that you know what you're doing. Did you? Well, so you did all the work for number 1? Yeah. If you did all the work for number 1, the number 3 and 4 are exactly the same. So what's the difference here?
I did that yesterday.
Yeah. Yesterday, like in the 5 minutes that we had in class.
I need a refresher.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So this is going to be a refresher as I go through number 1. Yeah, exactly. I knew we were all on the same page. It just took y'all a second to get caught up. Yeah. So look, here's the thing that you got to remember about all these. You're going to be doing multiple problems. You're going to be hitting these problems all at the same time, and you're going to be doing them together so you can get your different answers. You're going to have several different answers, and you got to figure out what answers are the biggest and the smallest. If they're asking for a final answer, it's going to be the smallest one. Remember, we want the lowest answer that you get. If you have a question like this, you got to get all 3 answers and put them in order. And so let me just set this up real quick, and we'll do it and gets our answers here. Most products form versus least products form. So what I have to do is I have to set up 3 different problems. And I'm going to use my answers as my starting points. 49.3 on all of them. I got HCl, O3, and SnCl2. So I got 49.3 grams of HCl, 49.3 grams of O3, ozone, and 49.3 grams of SnCl2. Is that it? SnCl2? Yeah. So I just got to do 3 problems. And yeah, I don't want to do 3 problems, but it's what I have to do. The good news is they don't tell me that I have to go to grams. They just say most products form. And so I can actually stop at the mole ratio. After I do the mole ratio, I will be in moles. It doesn't really matter. I just need to pick one of my 2 products. They don't tell me a specific product. They're not asking about water versus tin chloride. But it shouldn't matter. The answer should be the same no matter which one I choose. Just for the sake of ease, I'm gonna use H2O because it's easy to write down H2O. So I'm gonna go to moles of H2O from grams of each one of these things. So if I'm going from grams to moles, this is going to be a 2-step problem. So for all 3 of these, it's going to be a 2-step problem. I go ahead and set this up. In all 3 of them, the first thing I need to do is divide by the molar mass for chemical A. So I look at my flow chart. I see that I'm going from grams to moles. And I follow those arrows, and that first arrow is divided by the molar mass for A. The second arrow is going to be the mole ratio. And I don't have to get to grams because I can compare my moles of that chemical the same way that I would compare the grams. So it's going to work out fine if I just stop at moles. So what's the molar mass for HCl? It's a chlorine and a hydrogen. And we're talking 35.45 plus 1. So it's going to be 36.458 grams of HCl over 1 mole. So I divided by the molar mass here. I'm going to divide by the other molar masses. I need 3 oxygens, so 16, 32, 48, right? 48 grams of oxygen, 1 mole. And then I need to divide by SnCl2. So chlorine times 2 is 70.9. Yeah. 70.9 plus a 10, which is 118.71 plus 70.9 is 189.61. 189.61 grams of SnCl2 for 1 mole. Okay, so actually that's O3. HCl. So now I've divided by my molar mass on all three of these. I just need to set up my mole ratio. So I want my chemical A on the bottom of all three. So I'm going to have moles of HCl, moles of O3, and moles of SnCl4, or SnCl2, sorry. All on the bottom. And then I want to put moles of my chemical B on top. I've just decided that my chemical B is going to be this H2O, just to have something to go to. So I'm going to put moles of H2O on top. And my numbers here are going to be from my coefficients in my balanced equation. So I've got a 3 for all the oxygens. I've got a 6 for the HCl. 1 for the O3. And a 3 for the SnCl2. So now I have all my problems set up. I'd get my 3 answers. And the answers should actually tell me what order to put them in. So the smallest answer will go next to the least product form. The biggest answer will go to most product form. And the middle one will be right there in the middle. And so this is what you're going to do. This is, unfortunately, I mean, it's not unfortunate. It's not too bad. It's just math. It can't hurt you. Even if you do math all class period, you're still going to leave with all your fingers and toes. You'll be safe. Maybe even a little bit more healthy than when you came in. What? Well, you don't believe me? You don't believe me that your safety is assured in class and that chemistry can't hurt you? Paperwork chemistry can't hurt you. Like chemicals can hurt you maybe, but paperwork chemistry cannot hurt you. Worst case scenario, you get a paper cut. So that's number 1. You just get your 3 answers there. And if anybody has trouble finding those answers, or if anybody wants to know where I got those from, let me know. Let's see. Let me find another one to do. Number 2, you should be able to do. Again, I know nobody wants to do number 2 because you can just guess your way through number 2. Maybe don't guess. Maybe do a little bit of the work and get this figured out. Let's see. I mean, these are all pretty much going to be the same. All right. So give you a little bit of both of those. Yep. So number 10 or number 8. Number 8's going to be a long one because you got to go back through this.
I cannot balance an equation to save my life.
Excess reagents.
Oh, God.
I can't do it.
160?
Oswald process used commercially to produce nitric acid, which is in turn used in many modern chemical processes. On the first step, ammonia is reacted with oxygen. Maximum amount of water that can be produced by 63 grams of each reactant. So this one, I'll set up number 4. We're not going to do it together, and no, your number 4 might be different from this number 4 on the board. But this is number 4. Let me actually show it on the video for the people at home. Although there's not too many people at home. I think they're all from this class. So this is number 4. They're talking about the Oswald process and turning ammonia into nitrous oxide and water. And so we just need to run 69.3 grams of each reactant. So that's 69.3 grams of NH3, 69.3 grams of oxygen. And what do they want to know? They want to know what is the maximum mass of water that can be produced. So I need to go to grams of water from grams of ammonia and grams of oxygen. So that's what I'm going to set up. Somebody have a question?
Yes.
What's your question?
It's definitely balanced. I don't know what I did wrong.
What problem are you on?
Number 3.
Number 3? You're looking for what? Balance?
It's all kinds of balance, and it's saying it's not.
What are they?
Tell me it's balance.
What assignment are you on? All right, so you're on an old assignment.
What?
Yeah, that's not the.
Percent
Wait,
yield.
no actions percent yield.
Yeah, number 3 is balance.
Answer the following equations.
How is
Use the
it?
whole number coefficients.
I keep putting 116 on the
Wait a second. Hold on. I don't know if you're reading the question correctly. Maybe you are. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see.
Balance the
I guess my
This is number 3. You're asking about?
Balance the provided combustion reaction or answer the following question. Use the lowest number coefficients.
You are given 2 moles. Oxygen reacts. Calculation review. Oh, so it's just telling you that it's not balanced. Two carbons,
I'm done.
4
With high
hydrogens,
school and everything in it.
6 oxygens.
Can we in history watch like a 3-hour film or everything? For real? You know, after I came back from virtual,
CO2,
so nice.
H2O. Right? 2 carbons, 2
Yeah.
carbons. 4 hydrogens, 4
We
hydrogens.
have.
6
I only took in
oxygens.
like 4 tests.
4 oxygens. plus
He's
2
not heal
moles.
up and slide. So okay. I took my bench like that's the only thing. Dude, I didn't even cheat. I just guessed on
Garrett, this survived.
But I don't know if it was for grade. I thought it was just to see what we need to learn. That was a benchmark benchmark? Are you serious?
I haven't checked it.
Check yours and see. I
I
have
the
mine.
second part of the question.
I even have a
Mine's
quiz. Look,
3.
No,
look,
yours is
look.
different than his, and
Girl, I
yours
thought
is
it was
not
just to
balanced.
see what, because then I told Marissa, like Marissa was the benchmark.
Capture oxygens on both sides.
It literally said benchmark on it, Jamie.
No, that's gonna be 4 oxygens all by
Jamie,
itself.
you're gonna put
That's
the
2
hell?
moles.
I didn't think about
And
it.
then it's 302.
I know you didn't think about it.
Huh?
It's going to be 302.
Did it capture wrong?
Yeah, 302.
So something's wrong. Well, hold on, you did something weird.
It's only one benchmark though. I've been doing everything for the new one.
Let's see,
Except
wait,
for like
give
the
me your spec.
BBQ shit.
Counted yours right?
Oh yeah, I don't do that.
Do you have an extra space in there
Yeah, because
somewhere?
it gave me answers.
Let's see.
I thought the kid gave me answers. It's a fucking PDF.
You change a 0 to an O. No.
Yeah, I have to make an account. Okay, this is. Yeah.
On this one, no.
No. Here, look at-
And I haven't made an account and I don't remember.
Now put your coefficients
I've
back
been
in.
making accounts sometimes. If I need it, I'll make it.
This is
I'll make a Quizlet.
Yeah.
How would I get this part?
I'm fucking hungry. I didn't
Oh,
bring
so
lunch.
that part you actually have to do the problem. So what they're telling you here,
I'm
they give you 2.5 moles of oxygen. So you need to do a moles to, wait, 2.5 moles of oxygen react with 90 grams of C4H2. Will there be any remaining C4H2? Oh, so what you have to do is you need to pick one of these, like a CO2 or H2O, and you need to take both of these numbers and do 2 problems to moles of, let's just pick CO2. So you do 2.5 moles of oxygen, moles to CO2, and take 90 grams of C2H4 and go grams to moles to CO2. And you take your 2 answers and you see which one's the biggest one. And that'll tell you, did I run out of, upon completion, will there be any remaining C2H4? That'll tell you whether you have any C2H4 left or not. Because it shows you what's your limiting one and what's your excess one. You got a question on a problem? What problem is it? Number 4. All right. Well, I'm about to do number 4 on the board real quick. So
Please tell me I have the same number.
let's set this up together. So number 4, they give me 69.3 grams of each chemical. So what is my starting chemical? And for those at home, this is number 4. My chemicals are NH3 and O2. NH3 and O2. And I have what? 69.3 grams of each of them. 69.3 grams. 69.3 grams. I'm going to put them both over 1. And they want to know what is the maximum mass of H2O. So I'm going to grams of water on the other end. So this has to be a 3-step problem because I'm going grams to grams. And I got to do both of them. And so the first thing has to be dividing by the molar mass of chemical A. Then you got to use your mole ratio. And then you have to multiply by your molar mass of chemical B. So this one should be grams of NH3 over 1 mole because I'm dividing by the molar mass. Grams of O2 under 1 mole. And then I need my mole ratio set up, which has to be B over A. So my chemical A's go on the bottom, NH3 and O2. My chemical B, they told me I need to go to water, grams of water, so H2O needs to be on top. And the last thing I need to do is multiply by the molar mass for H2O, water. And that's your problem. That's your setup. You obviously need to look up your molar masses for your chemicals and put them on the bottom here. You need to get your coefficients to fill in your mole ratio. And then you need to get your molar mass for water and put it on the top here. Once you get all your numbers filled in, multiply it out. You get 2 answers. And which answer am I looking for? The smallest answer. The smallest answer is going to be the one they're asking for. How much water did I actually create in grams? That's what you're looking for. So, for those of you at home, it's a lot of work. You're just going to have to get a piece of scratch paper, get your flow chart going, and work through these problems. You can see that number 1 over there that we did on the board had 3 separate problems that we did all together. Number 4 here had 2 separate problems. And pretty much every question in this assignment, you're going to have to do at least 2 problems like this to get to the correct answer. So be working on this. Try to get as many questions as you can done. And if you have any questions, send me an email with a screenshot of the problem that you're working on, and I will help you out through email. So hope this helps out a little bit. Thanks, and have a nice day.
So this is basic geometry, but we don't